Begin tonight near Marana, where dozens of high school students were taken to the hospital after their bus flipped over from a crash on the I-10. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
And I'm Troy Hayden. Mark's off tonight. The bus was headed towards Tucson when that crash happened, causing both parts of I-10, both directions, to close down for hours.
12 News journalist Chase Golightly is joining us live from the crash now. And Chase, what is it looking like now?
Kariba, Troy, the I-10 remains closed 8 hours after this crash happened. You can see why. That school bus filled with dozens of students and chaperones still flipped on its side right in the middle of the eastbound and westbound lanes. It appears law enforcement is trying to flip it upright and then tow it away. We saw the other vehicle involved in this crash was taken away within the past hour. Now, while several students were taken to the hospital, we were told none of them are facing life-threatening injuries. We were also told that while DPS is still investigating this crash, they have made an arrest.
It's a pretty traumatic scene.
A school bus filled with 35 high schoolers from Kingman, all injured from a crash on the I-10 near Marana.
Everybody's bumped and bruised and stuff from this crash.
Captain Tim Wiedemann with DPS says 4 people on the bus, made up of 3 teenagers and an adult, were rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. Everyone else was taken as a precaution.
Get them to the hospital, make sure they don't have injuries that they don't know about. With adrenaline buildup, later is when you feel it.
It happened just before 2 p.m. Tuesday. The packed bus was heading toward Tucson for a Future Business Leaders of America event when DPS says it got into a collision with this gray SUV.
Causing the school bus to lose control. The investigation is still ongoing. The school bus ended up coming across all lanes of traffic and striking the barrier cable.
The impact flipped the bus on its side. The driver of that SUV wasn't injured, but Wiedemann says they were taken into custody.
Charges are not going to be disclosed at this time. That will be at a later date while our Vehicular Crimes Unit detectives are out here investigating.
Both eastbound and westbound lanes at Tangerine Road were shut down, creating bumper-to-bumper traffic that backed up for miles as DPS continued its investigation. Now you can see this is the traffic. This is those heading eastbound into Tucson. A long line of cars and semi-trucks still backed up for miles again in both directions. We were told by DPS that this will still be going on for the next couple hours until they're able to tow that bus away and clear off all the debris from the road. We also did hear from the Kingman Unified School District that said some students should be able to get out of the hospital tonight depending on their injuries. Of course, still a very active situation. We'll be sure to keep you updated as we learn more, especially the charges that driver involved in this crash is facing. For now, we're live near Marana. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thank you. Just